welcome back to another episode in our Getting Started in Marketing series. In this episode, we'll be talking all about the customer journey and the digital marketing sales funnel. Okay, so in our last episode, we talked about the customer persona. So is this the same or is this different?
Kind of, because going from the information that we generated for our customer avatar stroke customer profile stroke customer persona, my God, there's so many names for the same thing. Yeah. So going from that, we have some idea of where our customer may have started. They may have gone to the bathroom and realized that they didn't have something to clean or themselves or the room. Or you good there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And so I just think if you can understand where they start from, then you have an idea of how they went from that problem, standing in the middle of the bathroom trying to clean something, to how they reached your shop or your online shop, or maybe in person, or maybe they came to your trade stand if you were at an event. And the whole thing has a journey, and it could be through searching, through speaking to people. Maybe they picked up a flyer. Then they'll look at your testimonials and see, can you really fix this? And they'll start following you on social media or visiting your websites. There's so many touch points to a customer journey.
Okay, so basically the journey has to start somewhere, and we're hoping that it ends at your shop and them making a purchase.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that journey, obviously there are bumps, just like on any road and any journey that you will take. There may be deviations, detours, there may be bumps, speed limits. There will be things that take them off the path or off the journey, and we may need to bring them back at a later date onto that journey. So things that we need to take into consideration would be, like you said, where they started the journey, like what the problem was when they got on the road to discovering your product or service. But we also have to bear in mind all the little setbacks that they could have, because you could be talking to someone at an event and not hear from them. They could be the most excited that they've ever been about their product or service. You could be like, yes, I made a sale. And then you don't hear from them for like 4 or 5 months, a year, until the next event. They're like, oh yeah, I forgot about you. So, you have to remember that life happens. Once they leave the event, other things could take over and really upset your path as well. This is why you need to gather their information, add them to your email marketing list, like we were talking about in the previous episode, so they can stay on your radar and you can stay on theirs.
You just reminded me of a very short story there, actually, Esther. I did rowing championships in Berlin years ago, shortly after I started my business. And a chap there took my flyer. And I remember I was actually well received at the Ploughing Championships. It's an event that's held in the Republic of Ireland, and in person, a very large national event. And I didn't hear from them for 18 months.
And what happened?
They've seen me 2 or 3 times since, in person and online as well. So sometimes you do have to wait a while for people to be in the right place for your product or service.
Yeah, and it can be a matter of it's not the right time, or it's not the right price point, it's not the right experience, or you're not giving them the reasons that you will solve their problems, like we talked about in episode 1. And they think, well, might be okay, but I'll try this other person who's cheaper, closer, XYZ. And they might have to go through 2 or 3 bad apples to get to you, which could also then tarnish their journey along the way and make it that they're less likely to then make another commitment because they've been burnt previously.
But you know what? I don't think it's always a bad experience either. I think sometimes they've because there's no doubt, no question that this person would have seen at least one or two other people before he saw me 18 months later. And I think it's because we deliver information or our product in different ways. So maybe they attended group trainings, maybe they watched YouTube videos, and then they thought, well, actually, these didn't work for me. Let me try something else. And then they came across my flyer.
Yeah, hidden in the back of the drawer.
Yeah.
With all the other stuff that they got on the day of the show. Yeah, it happens. It happens. And that's one of the things on the digital marketing sales funnel, or in any sales funnel, whether it be traditional marketing, traditional sales. There is a top, a middle, and a bottom to the funnel. And you will get, obviously, if you know the shape of a funnel, then there's more people coming in the top than there are coming down through to the very bottom. Yeah. So there will be people on your mailing list that are seeing your ads online or seeing your product in the shops that don't purchase from you, but they're being exposed to your product or service. They are in the, online searching for something and your name pops up, but right beside somebody else that they know or have heard of more. That you're popping up on their social media because one of their friends has shared it, or you have shared it and it has been seen by more people. Being in that exposure section could make you get you in front of hundreds, thousands, millions of people, depending on what it is. If you create a viral video, then there's no knowing where the reach will get you to. But not everyone that sees that will become your client.
No, of course not. Because at that particular time, they could be on their way into a meeting, or maybe they're about to pick up the kids and they get distracted by their, the day's events, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And this is what I think I find one of the most frustrating things about business, because you can spend hours creating the perfect piece of content, the perfect video, great calls to action. And unless you put it up multiple times, you stand a good chance of actually not capturing that customer.
Yeah.
Very frustrating.
Very, because you need to put it up at different times of the day, different days of the week, different months of the year. Because like you said, Melanie, there are other activities going on in people's lives. So if they see it at 2:00, 3:00 in the afternoon, yeah, that's great. But kids, after school, making
homework.
Dinner, homework, all of the above, multiple times with multiple kids. If they see it at 9:00 in the morning, going into a meeting, on the, receiving emails, getting bombarded with stuff. If they see it at the weekend, that's family, that's downtime. I'll get to that on Monday. Monday comes along. There's a never-ending cycle of things that people have to do. And sometimes it will come to a head when they're in desperation. And it's, if you sell, say, a product that is very popular around Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, then those will generally be your busiest times. You're less likely maybe to get birthday presents out of it, or just a just because present. Yeah. I mean, I would love a just because present. But you need to be looking at those dates and figuring out your ads and your exposure before those, so that people have enough time to consider, is the price point right? Is the delivery going to be on time? Is the person going to like this? Are they going to have to be custom made? All of these factors that, if you have your marketing done right and you're solving all these pain points in the text before, or in the video, saying, order now to get it in time for whatever day, custom made to your liking, to the size, to, and if it's not right, send it back free of charge and we will fix it. All of these things that's going through people's heads, going, what if I give this gift and they don't like it, or it doesn't fit, or it doesn't solve the problems before they become problems? Let people know that these things are achievable.
And all of this information would be made available normally on your website, where you can go into T's and C's and further information. But digital marketing sales funnels have so many areas that we need to cover and incorporate into the funnel. So obviously, as Esther said, it begins with awareness, generating awareness. And that awareness can be done through many, many different ways. I'm a Chamber of Commerce member. And so any news updates, special offers, discounts, speaking opportunities, anything like that, I'm allowed to send that to the Chamber of Commerce and they'll email it out on their weekly email locally. So that sorts me out locally. Then I've got my own newsletter that I do for my clients who are based here in the Republic of Ireland. But, it's much more than that, because I also do shorts, I do videos. We do videos now.
We do.
So between all of this, all the jigs and the reels, each and every single one of those are generating touch points of awareness. Okay. And that's reputation management, press releases, heck, even pay-per-click, so you could even be paying for it as well. Then you've got prospects. And those prospects are taking something tangible from you. So they're reading your landing pages, you're downloading your ebooks and your newsletters. Maybe they're using your free samples, your free tools, or maybe they're reading your case studies. It just depends on what kind of business you are. So you've gone from awareness to understanding who your actual prospects, who your customers are, to going through to consideration. And here is where they're looking and sampling your sales page, maybe doing a free consultation or a free trial. Maybe they're visiting or watching a demonstration, or maybe they've signed up to your email list. So by this stage, you've actually shed, I'd say, over half of the people that you've initially caught in your awareness down to consideration. But this is where it starts to get a little tougher, because now we want to convert those people. And the way we do that is for asking for payment, at least getting them into the shopping cart, which Amazon does brilliantly. So even if you don't get any further than the shopping cart, they will chase you. And then once you've got the conversion, you can then very politely ask and request for reviews and testimonials and even referrals. Yeah. But it doesn't stop there, does it, Esther?
No, it does not. It does not, because once you have your customer as a paying customer, you want to retain them. You want to keep them as a paying customer. And that involves upselling. It involves discounts for their next purchase. It involves adding more products or more services to your repertoire so that they have more things to buy from you, more things. Because once they like you, once they like working with you, once they like the quality of your products or service, then they are more likely to come back and buy more and move everything in-house with you, or buy for all their family members if it's that type of product. So it is one of those things that once you get them to the bottom of the funnel, you want to keep them in that funnel and get more people into that funnel through their referrals and through their reviews and testimonials. So it's another way of refilling the funnel by using that, and maybe using affiliates, giving an affiliate program. We can talk about that in a different episode. Maybe a different series. You never know.
Yeah, we might even get guests in for that part. But, just making people feel special. So friend discounts, your founder badge, ambassador, saying,
birthday
you are
discounts.
Yeah. One of the tribes that we're a part of, we are founders of their membership. And so that gives us certain discounts, certain extra bits.
Perks. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's quite nice that they value us so much that we get this branding.
Yeah. Yeah. And with the birthday ones, everybody likes to be treated nicely on their birthday. There are coffee shops local to me that send out messages. Your birthday, we know your birthday's coming up. So for all this week, if you come in, it doesn't have to be on your actual birthday. During your birthday week, come in for a free cup of tea or coffee on us, which is just fabulous,
I like that.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be giving stuff away for free.
No.
It can be refer a client and get 10% off your next purchase or your next bill or whatever. Make it you can gamify it. You can make it into a little game of, who can share this out more times than other people, and I'll give you, a free ring with your next bracelet purchase. Things like that, depending on your product or service, you could make it as elaborate or as simple as you want to. And people value getting that extra value from you.
So we hope that we've been able to cover in our relatively shortish video today about the customer journey and the digital marketing sales funnel. Obviously, if you have any questions about this, you're more than welcome to contact us, and you can reach us at our website as displayed. And we would love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on your favorite podcast platform. And we've got so much more to give. And we've had over 200 episodes of our award-winning podcast. So we'd love for you to join us on our journey. Just ignore the first 8 to 10. My God, they were just shocking. But if you move on from those, it goes great guns.
Yeah, we were finding our feet as we are in this series. So thanks for making it to the end of this episode, and we'll see you for the next one really soon. Bye-bye.
So she waved that time.
She made me.